Now this is something you care about, so you didn't care about that.
In terms of background, what kind of doctor are you?
I'm board certified in family practice, and I practice emergency medicine.
So give me your impression then of the opposition from the Ohio State Medical Association to this bill.
I believe that their opposition is very similar to other people, is that this, in general, and I agree with them, let the medical process and medical decide about medical marijuana. But we're a ballot initiative state, and we need to lead. And the ballot initiative would be very difficult. And I don't think the OSMA is going to come on board for this bill, but I think they enjoy the process and they encourage the process to get out in front of a ballot initiative that could be very bad for the citizens. I'm open to anything else.
So as a physician, is marijuana something that you would consider recommending to a patient? Now that with the knowledge that you've acquired from the task force hearings?
On a personal basis, no, because I don't really see the need of medical marijuana in the emergency room. But I can also respect the need for chronic pain and people that treat chronic pain, that this would be something that they would use and be able to prescribe to people.
Why is the ballot initiative process, why are the ballot initiatives bad for the citizens?
Well, you know, we'd have to take a look at it and have a comparison. We don't have that yet. But just like the example I gave about testing, you know, Arizona was a ballot initiative. They did not provide any testing for the state, for the citizens. So people are in Arizona can have toxic medical marijuana. I also gave the example of homegrown. I believe almost every ballot initiative that I've seen has felt that homegrown was something. In this bill, it isn't. I believe it protects the citizens, the patients from getting good quality medical marijuana, but also keeping it out of the hands of kids and other people.
As a general rule, medicines are not taxed. Why was there a decision made here that we will tax medical marijuana?
I would have to look at the exact language. I believe that the bill says that the Marijuana Medical Control Commission would decide on taxes. And there's a fine line. We learned in the task force is there's a fine line. If you overtax marijuana in whatever form, recreational or medical, there becomes a huge black market. So we wanted to let them make that decision. Now, there needs to be different fees for licensing of the dispensers, the cultivators, the manufacturers to pay for the enforcement of the product.
Do you see the value in allowing patients to grow their own medicine?
No, I believe that it's, like I said, in my opinion, it's a pseudo-recreational, and we're trying to keep this bill for a medical marijuana.
How often have you had patients ask you about medical marijuana?
But again, being an emergency room doctor, I don't really had anybody, but I understand plenty of colleagues that it is, and we heard from plenty of testimony at the task force that was something that they wanted to consider for people.
Have you ever, as an emergency room doctor, encountered someone who was in the emergency room because of an overdose or because of direct actions related to marijuana?
I can't think of anybody with an overdose, but direct action, I guess if you imply that it was a patient in a car accident, that because they were intoxicated, then yes, I've seen that, but I can't think of an overdose.